What's going on, Mike? I'm playing with the I was playing with the YouTube live, and I didn't want to do the other freaking thing where all the trolls show up. So I finally figured it out, but I was doing pointing inside the truck, and it looks all goofy looking. But as you can see, I am sitting in the dark, and somewhere in Kansas. I have just enough time to make it to my load. But if I go right now, I'm going to run into traffic. So I got a time that's just right. It's probably going to be later. I'm probably going to go later on tonight. But what I'm going to do is drive another 80 miles when the sun comes up, get fuel, and that'll get me a whole lot closer. Then I can reset and do what I need to do. Let's see if I still look goofy. A lot better. I was looking, the video was looking quite goofy. My first winter back out here. It ain't been too bad, but it's been a little rough. It's been a little rough, but you know, it is what it is. Coffee. yesterday. Stopped at a truck stop, and I got a daggone burrito. You know, starting off, let's say this. It's already going to be overpriced. And, you know, I was cool with that because I wanted something different other than the leftovers I have. But after I paid for it, I said, do you want to leave a 15, 20, and a 25% tip? For freaking what? You know what I'm saying? You get hourly paid. You chose that job. You know what I mean? You chose that job. I'm not giving you something that it's already made, that you know it's your job to make, and then you want me to give you a tip? Bro, you on crack. And you know, I was just thinking about that. In the lessons that I got as a young man, I didn't learn till I got older about tipping. You know, a lot of people are mad. They say black folks don't tip. A lot of us were never taught about tipping. A lot of us were never taught, you know, the percentage and stuff like that. You know, and we just, I mean, literally, I just paid the bill until I got out of the military and I became an assistant restaurant manager. And that's when I found out that a lot of these waiters and waitresses only get like $2 and something, $2 or $3 an hour. I was like, ooh, that's why we tip. Because they're not getting an hourly wage. But the problem I have with that is, you know, a lot of waiters and waitresses, because you chose the job, instead of giving everybody equal service, they'll look at me as African American and say, he ain't gonna tip. So he gets the bare minimum. And there's been many times over the road doing this, I've got the bare minimum from waitresses and waiters. And there's been a few times I had to threaten them to give me service, and not in a bad way. I put my tip on the table right in front of them and said, look, that's the tip. I want some service. A lot of times I had to do point blank period. There's your tip. I want some service. Now, you see how much it is? There's a big old difference. I'm not a baller shot caller, but I've set myself up to give tips. I'm not giving you the percentage. I'm like, if I pay whatever if I'm in like Waffle House, yeah, I'm gonna give you $5 tip. If I'm going out to dinner with my wife, I'll ask her, you know, how, or she'll, you know, I'll ask her how much do I need to tip? Do we need to tip? And she'll say such and such. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? And And you get these folks that say, if you can't tip, you don't go out to eat. Well, if you don't go out to eat, the restaurant don't make no money, then you ain't got no job. A lot of the people that do have money are buttheads or a-holes and don't tip, period. Or they'll be a butthead and leave a penny. I didn't tip for years because I didn't know you were supposed to tip. I'm ignorant. I didn't know. I didn't know you're supposed to be tipping. But you like, now it's a percentage and everything. You're supposed to tip everybody. I tip you if the service is good and if it's on on my heart and I have it, but don't go out. You just being ignorant. You just being ignorant. And the new trend now with cruising is everybody's going down to on the last day and taking their gratuities off of their accounts. Well, you know what? This toothbrush is left out in the open for my room steward. All my personal properties left out over my room steward. I want him to know that I respect him. I'm not going to sit there and take off that gratuity. I don't care. I'm not the accountant. I don't care which way it goes. I know it's going to somebody that is lying to me. Say it like this, lying. Hi, Mr. Banks. They don't care. They just trying to send money back to their family. But you giving me a good lie, I'm going to tip you. I'm going to give you a tip. Even if I have to save up for it. 9 times out of 10 I do. But I've learned from Charles, because Charles would give them the money up front. So now, especially if I'm already prepared, I'm like, hey, because they, when you get on the cruise, you meet the room steward. Hey, I'm giving you this right now. It's $75. This is your tip for the week. You just don't realize how much more service you're going to get from that person. They are more attentive to you than ever. Because you done gave them, and it's only $75. Every time I've done that, and I like to get, ice in the room. Man, ice being there. Sometimes they clean the room twice. And it's just for my fantasy of being treated well. And I appreciate. I was wondering why I ain't smell no coffee. I don't think the coffee... There's a lot of in the services. There's a lot of bigotry. They already assume that you ain't got no money, so they don't give you the service. If I go to a regular restaurant, they already assume, oh, they black, they ain't giving me nothing. But then you give me poor service, now you're definitely not getting nothing. So the circle ain't been broken. Do you see what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, but now, now I live by, okay. And I only give one prerequisite. If you give me if you come and give me, if you come back and refill my water, because I'm a lot big water drinker, you automatically get a tip for it. How much? It depends on the further service. Um, Nebraska is no joke. Kansas is like 29 degrees, so I'm good with Kansas, but snow's coming, so I'm ready to get the heck out of the area. I don't know if snow's coming to this area or not. I don't know, but I literally have just enough to get there, and I literally could have left about 4 hours ago, but I was nervous. I'm gonna stick to my plan. Because my plan is I get hours back at midnight, but not midnight Central Time, midnight Eastern Time. So if I push it in, I have to pull over right around 11. As soon as the clock hits 12, I get my hours back. I get 10 hours, so I can pull over and wait for it. Or if I'm in the yard dropping off, I can pull over for a minute and wait, and get my hours. Then I can go back to our yard. Our yard is about 20 miles back the opposite way. About like 8 o'clock, I'm gonna leave this spot and get 80 miles down the road, which is gonna get me a little bit, even a lot more closer. So it's funny. I have to play with the numbers, and then I got to call payroll because one of the loads didn't go through. I got to make sure that that goes through also. You know what I mean? Yeah, right about now yeah. This YouTube live is weird, man. The YouTube live is weird, Mike. Oh, my going through the motions with the association. They had seen some I'm not used to. I'm used to the whatchamacallit, and I had to switch it around. I had to switch the mount sideways, to do it. I'm used to Restream. I miss StreamYard because I could do an intro and an outro and do stuff like that. I think Restream you can do that, but you got to pay for it. I'm not ready to pay for it. I got too much stuff out there right now, and I barely had enough to pay the bills. But the lawn care service came through and dropped lime on the yard. I thought they would have did that in November, but they dropped lime on the yard yesterday, and they're doing a good job. Now once I corate, top dress, and do all that stuff, I think, and I got it. When I drop my seed, I gotta call them and find out when they come in, because they do the pre-merge and the post-merge. I'm not wasting my seed if they come and do that. So I need to know when they're gonna do that. So you get what I'm saying? So I don't waste my seed, because I want to seed some areas this year. I want to do the red creeping fescue. It looks like grass, but it's a little bit different. It's puffier. And I want to put I want to do a strip in the back, see if I can get it growing in the area where there's a lot of runoff. It's like a hill like that. If I can get it growing there and water it, I can stop some of this. I can stop some of that erosion. You know what I mean? Oh, let me get the coffee. If I had an hour or two more, all I really need, if I had an hour or two more, I'd be gone right now. I mean, seriously. But I gotta hold on. I kind of sort of should have left about 4 hours ago, but I don't have the nuts for it. I like to stay off of the company radar. I don't want to violate unless I have to. And this one I can just use my head. So, but I'm going to go 80 miles. I'm gonna get 80 miles down the road and wait when the sun comes up. So it'll be about like 9 o'clock. There should be some open spots, and then I'll be 80 miles closer. So then I'm gonna set myself up to hit that door at just the right time, and we'll be good. I got to start playing with the numbers this year, 2026. I got to start knocking some stuff down. My hospital payments, I got to get home long enough that I can get to the hospital and have them print out the hospital bill. Yeah, no. And I had the HOA said either you fix the crabgrass or whatever, or you hire a service. And I hired a service, and I'm not good with lawn care, period. But I ain't really been good with keeping up with the pre-emergent, post-emergent, and the fertilization. But I pay like $69 every few months for them to come out and spray and do this, do that. I need to get there when they're coming. For two reasons. That it's coming out my check, and then you know what I mean? And when they're coming, so when I want to drop some grass, some seed, I need to know. You know what I mean? And the front yard, I'm not putting seed down no more. Everything is going to be plugs and distressed sod in the front. But the back is open season. Like right now, I put some distressed sod in the back, and it grew real good. I'm gonna get the bigger plugs. I don't want the smaller plugs. They have a bigger hexagon plug about that big. It costs $200 for the piece, but I'm gonna buy that so I can get the plugs out the back and move it to the front in the right areas. That little strip of St. Augustine, I'm gonna buy a pallet, and what I'm gonna do is I got like a stretch of where the shade is. I'm gonna just run some sod all the way along the line and then fill it out so it goes out that way, towards my driveway, and then level it out, and then let it battle with the Xeon, whatever one works. I'm gonna have, like, because of all these trees, I'm gonna have different types of grass, and I don't care as long as it's green. As long as it's green. If I can get it to stay and to be green, like the Bermuda, I got the Bermuda dead center of my lawn, but it's thinned out because of the shade. That's the area where I'm gonna start plugging. I'm gonna start plugging this year, and and then I'll be adding distressed sod to the top end when possible. But the main thing is I'm going to aerate. First thing I do is when spring hits, I'm gonna start aerating in the beginning of spring. I'm gonna give a good aerate. And then I'm gonna come back and top dress. I'm probably gonna order about 5 to 6 yards, or I might just go get it myself. So, and just fill in, you know what I mean? I just need to start leveling off stuff, and then I'm gonna be working on my retaining wall, because those railroad ties are damn gone, 20 to 25 bucks a piece. I gotta start buying them. I'm gonna get one at a time, and they're heavy as heck. Oh my god! So I can really only buy 1 or 2 at a time, and get them over into that corner and let build up. I need about 8. And set that up for the spring. I wish there's a guy selling the leveling stuff from Supersod. I think he bought too much, and so they run about $200 a bag, and he's selling for $125. I like to take them off his hand, because that's the good stuff, but I ain't got it. So what I'm gonna start doing is, I still got the lady's text from the horse farm. See if I can get over there and get me a little workout and shovel some manure into the back of my pickup truck, and then spread that out. It's manure compost. Spread that out. I can get that for free, but I just don't have no time. Every time I come home, the wife wants me to, we need to do this together. Yeah, and right now I got to focus on that part. January and February, I'm going on a cruise in February. January, we're going to the casino, which I ain't got no money, but we're going. I'm going to at least start taking the parts off the aerator in the back. It's been sitting there since September. I'm going to at least start taking the parts off of that, and I got to put that piece on the real mower that I bought. It's just been sitting in my room. She's like, what are we going to do with that? I just ain't had no time. So those are the things I'm gonna be doing. I need to just draw up a list. But oh yeah, but back to the, I have the automatic payment coming out for the lawn service, and I had just enough. I had a bill that was going through. Oh, my John Deere lawnmower. I make payments on that. That's a freaking car note. And it was about to bounce, and then I remembered from another account that I automatically, send money to one account to invest. I had to look in an account, and there was money sitting there, cash. I transferred that over, and I was like, woo! I had just enough to cover that bill. And I'm saying that at 58, I'm finally growing up and moving money around to make sure bills are getting paid. Because before, I didn't do these things. I was like, well, whatever. They're going to have to catch me, whatever. And I'm tired of the whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of whatever. I want to have stuff, but I got to think about it first. Maybe next year, I'll buy one of those salvaged stand-on John Deere mowers and try again. But right now, no. I'm not doing it. And then that'll be the last mower I buy, because that's the only thing, spin around. But I want to stand on zero turn, because the first auction that I ever did, I screwed it up and bought something that was on fire. I didn't know. I need something to reference. I can reference my other John Deere mower now if I want to fix this thing. Do you see what I'm saying? But right now, I don't have the money for it. I mean, that's the big thing. I gotta watch my money. I don't know. I'm trying to think. If I do 1,000, I'm just gonna leave it at 1,000. That's it. And then I'm gonna give them that aerator plus the other one. So it'll be an aerator plus a parts aerator. So if something happens, you got two of these suckers. It ain't gonna make no money off of it. Well, I kind of, sort of. I might be breaking even. Let's say that. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm literally out of nowhere. Another thing, it doesn't show the text or whatever. Let's see. I think it does. I don't know. I never thought. Let me say this. I never thought I'd be down to $125 on my American Express card, because I remember that was that money on that card was sitting. I've been paying that now since the celebration, since I did the celebration, and that was quite a ways back. See, so I got to start planning. I gotta start budgeting a whole lot better than what I'm doing right now. Because the American Express card, when you get an American Express card, they give you unlimited, but you got to pay that sucker off. I ain't been paying it off, so now they give me a limited amount. It's like, nah, we can't trust you. You suck. I was like, okay. But their percentages are low, so I'm keeping that one around. The 2 credit ones, when I get those paid off, they're gone. They're going out of my life forever. But until then, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry I'm buffering. I'm just Mike, man. When I say I'm out in the middle of nowhere, let me show y'all. That's the interstate way down there where you see them lights are flickering. That's the interstate. Way down there. And this ain't a truck stop, this is a gas station. And they selling boots and cowboy boots and Wrangler's jeans and stuff like that. There's actually a tractor, a 4-wheel, no, it's a 6-wheel tractor sitting over in the dark over there, which I think is so cool. I ain't checked the Powerball numbers. I don't know if any of y'all won. If I win the Powerball, Mike, I'm gonna buy you I'll get you a 20 or 30 acre farm up there where you at, and get you and buy you a tractor. And buy you a tractor and build you a barn. We get a barn dominium, and so you can have your YouTube channel, plow your fields. Oh yeah, and no, not a squirrel ranch, but like having like a squirrel enclosure, a squirrel retreat. You can't have no squirrels over here where I live. I don't know if he moved on or not, but there was a hawk. Our hunting grounds his hunting grounds was our backyard. Our neighborhood was his hunting ground, and it's a big boy. I looked up at the tree and said, "What the heck is that?" And then I looked. I said, I was like, "Oh man, that's a freaking hawk." You know? I mean, he's a big boy. I ain't seen him in a while. Only thing I've seen wild is the hawk and the deer. Other than that, I haven't really seen anything else. I seen coyotes west of us, and I haven't really seen nothing wild other than that in the area. When we was in Costa Rica, boy, I've seen them iguanas all over the daggone place. Hey, Mike. Uh, I really, I realized. I think Mike left. Oh well. I realized I had my VPN on. I got my VPN on because we have a certain thing that we use. My wife uses that we pay like $69 for the whole year, and and I think that was blocking my live and making distorted because I'm actually sending a signal through Finland, bouncing it through Finland and back this way, or something like that. All this stuff to remember to have a morning conversation. Jesus, take the wheel. At least you know when I say I don't know what I'm talking about, I really mean it. At least when I say I don't know what I'm talking about, I really mean it. But again, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so the regulars expect it. If you lose me, hang tight, I'll be back. Hang tight, I'll be back. Oh shoot. You would think. Be honest with you, I would have had the hours to do what I needed to do if I normally would have did what I normally do. But what I normally do is not DOT approved, so I was actually doing my logs and stuff the right way. So I don't feel bad, but I do feel bad because I need my hours. I need my hours right now, but I don't feel bad, but I do feel bad. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. I gotta get a new earpiece. These things are expensive. Try something else here. Hold on. I have to have my earpiece charged when I talk to the wife on a morning drive. On a morning drive, I like to have a conversation. It is what it is. I got a new thing now. I used to leave my coffee maker and air fryer right there, not strapped into nothing. And every time I drive, it would go flying everywhere. But now I put it in the cabinet. But I have an air fryer / electric grill that I won 2 years ago in a company-wide thing, and it's just been sitting on the shelf. And now I'm gonna just bring it out here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just bring it out here, and I'm gonna start doing some cooking videos. I might bring my other refrigerator out here and strap it to the passenger seat so I can have more room to put stuff in. You know, but the sad part is, to do all the stuff I need to do, I have to have money. You know what I mean? I would like to do some basic cooking videos, which I think, you know, over the road cooking videos, I think that would be fun. Stuff that you could make, you know, simple over the road. Guys, we do a meat and maybe a, you know, a vegetable. Women, y'all want appetizers, entrees, vegetables, what you're having to drink with it. Look, I'm cooking a piece of meat and I'm seasoning it up. What you got for seasoning? Salt and pepper. I mean, come on, man. You know? You know what I'm saying? But the sad part is the low carb lifestyle that I normally do, I can't afford. I got to eat cheaper junk, but it's making me sick. So I got to go back to my low carb. I got to go back to my low carb. You know. I mean, and it is what it is, but I gotta start, like, you know, reevaluating and make sure the bills are paid. Because, like, the next thing is the hospital bill, Sam's Club, and Merrick Bank. So I ain't got too much left on this payment coming up. Oh, and Bank of America. Boy, when I get these bills down, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Cause I want to get the Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's has a big smoker, but I can't afford it. But I found there's a place where I can get a smaller smoker. I don't want a itty bitty one, but I want at least a mid-sized smoker where I can learn how to smoke. You know what I mean? And the reason why I want to do that, I want to get a book, a notebook, and write down what I'm doing. I'm not going to just do it off the top of my head. Write down what I'm doing and have folks taste it and say, hey, how's that? I want to perfect something. I've never perfected nothing. We all think we can cook, where people, our loved ones, say, man, that was awesome, and they just lying because they love us. I want to make something good and say it for real and have it like fall off the bones, and I want to make something good. This guy, boy, he's real close there, buddy. You know, I want to make something good. And set up the yard right. Maybe move from the driveway to the backyard. You know what I'm saying? I might be moving from the driveway to the backyard. Well, who knows? But I gotta fix up the backyard to make it decent so I can go back there. I was about to say it's getting there, but it really ain't. But I need to keep cleaning, keep, you know, getting on it, and yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Yep. What time is I don't see how people live out here. I've seen a lot of country, a lot of farmland, a lot of, you know, a lot of open space. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Let me win the Powerball. I'm gonna buy me some acreage. Not a whole lot, maybe 50 or 100 acres. And then I would actually try to find me a black farmer, pay a black farmer to teach me how to farm. To teach me how to grow stuff. To show me how to drive a plow. Maybe buy a combine and rent it out to the neighbors. The combine be like, that's about $500,000 right there. But you know, if you drive by a farm and you look and you see they got a combine, 2 tractors, and a few other pieces, they low-key millionaires. They got $1 million worth of equipment. You know what I mean? I would do something like that. Everybody else, you know, be buying this, buying that. I would like to really learn how to grow something, but it just ain't got no time. You know, I would like to do. That's I'm still learning how to get this grass stuff. That's why I'm on the next level now. For everything to come back right, I got to dethatch the lawn. Because there's a lot of thatch in that lawn. I got to dethatch the lawn, aerate, then top dress. So those are the 3 things that are going to happen this spring. Oh man, I'm surprised I ain't got nothing on the top bunk. All I got up there right now is this some clothes that I washed. I'm so cheap. I'll wash the clothes in the washing machine and then take them out of the washing machine and hang them up in the truck. It'd be so ghetto. This pants and whatnot up there is all dry because I just hung them up there. Oh man. Be hanging my drawers over here on the driver's seat. People like, what's that big old tent? That's my underwear, man. That's my drawers, bro. That's my drawers, bro. Oh man. You know, I ain't gonna go there. But I'll just say this, I was clueless for a long time. Until I started learning. Oh man. And I'm looking on TikTok. You got a lot of new drivers coming out here. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. I just know I just survived it. And they're getting upset. They're getting upset about backing in and, you know, getting into certain areas. Like there's one guy I looked at what he was doing. Hey Jakes, what's going on? I looked at where he was backing up into. I wouldn't have did it. I would have called dispatch. Y'all need to get somebody else. Where can I drop this? I'm not tearing up this trailer. I'm not hitting the building. I'm not doing none of that. Some of these areas are really impossible. I remember it was one place in New York that the only way you could get back there is you had to back all the way in. You literally had to back in to it. It looked like an alleyway to me. And it wasn't straight. You had to go cockeyed like this all the way. And then back around the corner. And then hope to get it in. I was new to the game. I could do it now. And I was new to the game. And they expect you to get some of these crazy spots. Like it's no big deal. Man, y'all on crack. You can only do what you can only do. And if you can't do it, don't do it. Don't try to do it, because when you hit something, they will say, well, why'd you do it? Well, I was trying to get it. Well, why'd you do it? I can't get that one. You know what I'm saying? Learn your limits. And this stuff I can do now, or stuff I can choose to do now, and you'll see the magic word, choose to do. Like 200 miles that way is the Colorado state line. You can't cross that state line without chains in the truck. Chains for your tires. You need I got 4 bags, 2 chains a bag. And the wife says, you know how to do that? Yeah, I know how to do it. But do I choose to do it? Or do I pull over? Now, if I got to put chains on now, we ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting here till y'all plow that interstate, because I know what it takes to drive with the chains, and you're only doing 35 miles an hour. So you're not getting that far down the road. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. My license is not worth it. I like working here. I don't want to tear nothing up. I got to get used to stuff. Like, I'm used to, before I get off the live, I just yank this off here and then I put it on the mountain down here. But now I got a smart camera staring at me. I got to pull over, pull the brakes, bring that down here, and then turn the light down low. So when I'm driving like this and flicking with my finger to hear TikTok and not look down there. If I look down there, we all dead. But now, because I like working here, I want to make sure I'm safe. They got like a ring thing you put on your finger, so I could put it down there, drive, and be driving and hit it with my finger, and then listen to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And it's really not about looking at it. It's something getting my brain moving in a direction to hear something. That's why when I be listening to y'all and so forth and so on, I get to the channel and listen, because it's giving my brain something to do. It's real dangerous driving up in the dark like it is out here on this road, because you can't look at nothing. It's my opinion, and that's how I drive. But when you have something that gives you the interest or whatever, the miles go quick, the time goes quick, your day's over. I'll be playing the same music over and over and singing like I'm a rock star. Can't sing worth a lick. Ain't got no tune. But there's something that I do. That's how I start my day, and that's how I do this, and that's how I do that. And when you start doing that and you get that in that routine, but you got to make sure you're safe about it, And that's the magic word, being safe about it. I realize I suck at driving. I don't stop at stop signs, and that's costly if a cop catch me. That magic new camera right there has been caught me twice, and I'm like, I got to bring my game up. So I got to make sure I hit that stop sign, stop. Even though I see nobody, I need to stop and be more safe, so I keep my job. That's, this U2 don't pay. This truck do. So I got to make sure I keep my job. You know what I'm saying? Using this live has helped me keep me straight on that daggone road. These new trucks have an alarm. If you hit that, it's got a camera or something or a sensor. When you hit that side road, the white line, you hear it go off. Uh-oh. I gotta up my game again. You know, a lot of times we get so lackadaisical or lazy at a job, and then something happens. I don't need nothing happening right now. I got too many bills to pay. Like right now, I'm figuring out how I'm gonna get, with the hours I got, how I'm gonna get to the shipper and turn around and get to our yard. I know what I have to do, and that's what that is the plan for today. When I get over here, I'm gonna drive another 80 miles, shut down, reset, and then around 7, I'm gonna be up around 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna be up around 7, and I'm gonna check and see what time does it say I'm gonna get there. I need to get there right around 10:30 tonight. That'll give me 30 minutes. If I gotta pull over and wait 30 minutes, I'm gonna wait 30 minutes, and then I get my hours back. So a lot of this is just using your head. Not, I used to get on the onboard computer and try to finagle the nut, but that's gonna get me in trouble too. So now I got to figure out a new way, a new legal way. You know what I'm saying? A new legal way to get it done. And I've been doing this long enough to figure it out. So guess what? We gonna grow a pair and we gonna get it. We ain't got no choice. No choice at all. But right now, the bills are paid. Round 2 comes in a couple of days. We're gonna get them paid. And then we moved on to the next mess. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. This is first world problems. I'm enjoying first world problems. It's better than the other stuff. It's better than the other stuff. Like right now, I gotta get my lawn greener this year. I gotta do this, and I gotta edge the lawn. Like when I get home, I gotta edge the lawn. I gotta power wash the driveway. Because I'm looking now. I don't want to give these mother effers any other reason this HOA to be saying anything to me. Gotta power wash the driveway, get the stuff to set up to fixing my retaining wall. Then I gotta start painting the edges of the house. 2 of my shutters need to be replaced. I'm gonna check the price on that. I was out on the road and bought a tape measure. I got it up there. I'm slowly going to change the gutter color to my front door color, which is a bronze, a dark bronze. So I'm going to be changing all the gutters from the black to a brown, it's a dark bronze color. And they ain't even going to know. By the time they figure it out, it's already all going to be changed. HOA looking at everything, don't even realize my front door had been changed for God knows how long. Since this, it's been changed for a minute. It needed to, because the front door was falling apart. But that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there, but that's the next thing on the list of stuff that needs to be fixed and DIY'd. And the magic word is DIY. And that's a part of my channel. But I got a DIY on a budget. No more DIY on a credit card. I've literally just paid off almost, but it's almost there. Just paid off the card that I had my first auction mower. Jeez, that's crazy. That's just unbelievably crazy. Oh man. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. Coming up next, wellness is going to take the stage. Positive affirmations and fashion sense, even in the winter. Even in the winter. Get yourself ready for your summer bod. Make that keg into a 6-pack. Make that keg into a 6-pack. Thank y'all for coming in and hearing me in the morning. Thank you for hearing me out. After wellness, cruising is fun anytime. They back from the cruise, so I gotta check the channel and see how that cruise was that they did. And go live together, same crew, at 9 o'clock, and Miss T with the T, who simulcast on TikTok. You guys, y'all have a blessed day, and as always, you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you, and God loves you. Deuces. We got to figure out how to shut this one down. Let's see here. What is this guy? Yes. So you want to stop the streaming? Yep. Because we just effed it up the whole daggone time. But who knows? See you guys tomorrow. Later.